Everybody, it has been a year since we've been worshiping online together. I don't have to remind you that. But I do want to say that I've been pleasantly surprised at how robust our gatherings have been. How eagerly you participate in the all play questions, how great it is to watch the kids sermon every week. And so even though it's been really hard to not be together in person, I want to say that I'm so delighted by how we've found a way to stay connected. Having said that, we are ready to announce our plan to return to in-person worship. We want to thank you, the 72 of you who filled out the survey, and we found out lots of helpful information. For example, we found out that about half of you said you were highly unlikely to return to in-person worship until you got vaccinated or until there's kids ministry available. About a quarter of you said you were somewhat likely, but you weren't quite sure. And then about a quarter of you said that you would be ready to return to in-person worship as soon as we offered it. So given that reality, and given the fact that the 14-day case rate in Hennepin County has stayed below that benchmark of 20 that we were looking at, we're going to roll out 3 different on-ramps for those who are ready to return to in-person worship. So I want to explain that. First of all, again, it's going to be at 10 a.m. at Elam. And on-ramp number 1 is going to be 2 Sundays, April 25th and May 2nd. And on those 2 Sundays, we're going to have actually no worship participants. We're going to give the tech team and the preachers and the worship team the ability to get used to being in that building again with the live stream equipment going so that we can have 2 weeks of just getting our feet underneath ourselves. That's on-ramp number 1. On-ramp number 2 is the 3 Sundays, May 9th, May 16th, and May 23rd. And on those 3 weeks, we'll live stream from the Elam Sanctuary starting at 10 a.m., but we'll have up to 15 worship participants. And those people will register online for their place, and they'll also, we'll invite them to consider being trained to be volunteers for the next phases, the next on-ramps. And then phase 3, or on-ramp 3, will be May 30th and beyond, where we'll invite as many people as we can safely fit, according to CDC guidelines. Currently, maintaining 6 feet of social distancing or physical distancing, we can fit about 40 people on the floor in the main area in the Elam Sanctuary. So, assuming that that stays the same when we hit May 30th, that'll be the number. And we'll have people register for your spot online, and we will go from there. We want you to know that we're taking health and safety really seriously. We'll be wearing masks. We'll be sanitizing. We'll be physical distancing, of course. We're going to provide a wiggle room for the kids with some space. We're not going to be singing, although there will be some live music and live worship. That'll be sweet to get back together to do that. But we feel like with these 3 on-ramps, we're giving people lots and lots of space to enter when you feel comfortable. And we don't want to rush it. We also feel like as we head into the end of May, we're going to give people a chance to get vaccinated if they choose to get vaccinated, and to have those vaccinations have time to be effective. So we are thrilled to be on the journey to worshiping together in person. We want you to know that we will continue to offer live stream all throughout those 3 on-ramps and for the foreseeable future, with the ability for people watching online to participate, doing the all play questions and all those things. But we also want to say that we've just never done this before, and doing hybrid worship is going to have its challenges. And so please have grace with us as we probably will try a lot of things, fail at quite a few things, and we'll learn a ton. We also want to encourage everyone just to have compassion and grace for each other, because we're all going to be at different levels of comfort as it relates to worshiping together. And it'll take a while for this new normal to kick in. And so let's give each other grace. I want to thank you guys again for all the ways in which you've remained the church during this really intense year. And I'm looking forward to walking towards worshiping in person together again. Thanks, everybody. In it together.